Decisive power!
Naoya Inoue
Monster!
is a baby-faced assassin.
Oh, and another left hand drops Nettie in round 5.
With that being said, many of his opponents forget their manners when facing the monster, who the real daddy was after that final bell rung.
Champion of the world, Naoya!
This is Fighting is Art. Let's go. On the 13th of December, 2022, at the Ariake Stadium in Tokyo, Japan, the monster had a fight that had the entire arena buzzing, having won the 2018-19 World Boxing Super Series, where he destroyed his rivals with a mean intention.
A fearsome flurry, and he's done it. He's got him with a left.
The halfway stage, I had Inoue up 1 and Boxing International Hall of Famer.
Inoue took on the British Paul Butler, who held the bantamweight WBO belt, and with a record of 32 wins, 2 losses, the fighter from Cheshire had not lost in 8 fights. Billed as undisputed, the monster put his own WBA, WBC, IBF, and the ring bantamweight titles on the line, and whoever won this fight would become the undisputed bantamweight champion. But making the bantamweight weight cap of 118 pounds was a hard task for Inoue, and Butler bet his hopes on Inoue's stamina not lasting all 12 rounds in his quest to pull of an upset.
See what he's like. We knew he was quite tight at the weight.
And he acted dismissively throughout the lead-up. It was a masterclass for the ages. Inoue unleashed the killer shots from the onset. Once Butler tasted the power of Inoue, the once brave champion shelled up. The Brit put his guard high and became defensive like a turtle. His attempts at striking were punished, and the monster released vicious punches that could knock out a rhino. Flinching at every shot and being on his bike 24/7, Butler was scared of Inoue's punches. Even when he'd stop running, he almost exclusively stayed in a high guard, and he did a good job protecting his liver. Inoue was now in the matrix. Inoue pounded with no remorse. Then the monster was willing to stay in the fire to land his devastating punches. Seeing how his opponent is unwilling to engage, Inoue put all his power into the punches, and he gave Butler no breathing space. Inoue bust out all the showboating moves. He did the Ali shuffle, Roy Jones behind the back, and some Tyson moves. Inoue's punches started to make Butler shiver in his timbers. To the cheers from the audience, Inoue converted rhythm to strikes. And he played some more peekaboo with his enemy. At the beginning of the 11th round, everyone in the arena got what they had signed up for. Like he had received a new boost of energy, Inoue added extra torque to his punches. A heavy right hand stunned Butler, and the right hand and left hand devastation that followed folded Butler in a heap. Despite being so close to the finish line, the babyface assassin's bike caught a flat, and he had to surrender. He had taken the beating meant for several opponents, and the 11th round knockout was his first loss in 9 fights.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the StubHub...
On this night, Inoue would shock America in his first fight on American soil against Antonio Nieves. Walking to the ring, the American exemplified in his attire the country he had come to represent. while Inoue dressed like an executioner of the Dark Ages. The Japanese superstar was making his American debut and was attempting to defend his WBO super flyweight title for what would be an impressive 6th time.
Tonight is about. Here is the introduction.
From the opening bell, Inoue studied his arrogant opponent before unleashing his arsenal.
So that's definitely an asset.
Landed a right hand to begin the fight. Behind the jab on a classic 1-2. Nieves is quite aware that he's up against a guy who's regarded
Saying all the right things, I just don't know if he can translate that physically.
tries to deliver the body. Inoue did a great job of blocking face. And pan by Nieves.
Right, tries to punch with Inoue to get his shot in there first.
So Nieves,
This is where Inoue has had his way so far, so he wants to make him uncomfortable.
In the second round, to cheers from the American audience, Inoue converted rhythm to strikes and started to land damaging shots.
The power's obvious.
He unshipped a huge right hand behind the guard and followed with a crunching left to the body.
and maximizing the power in his punches. Inoue just standing in, looking, waiting, and he launches again.
Nieves tried to return fire with fire in front of his home crowd. But the monster had won the American fans over, finishing the round with powerful left hooks that left the Cleveland native looking like a decade-old punching bag.
Placement rather than power. Now combinations.
Oh, he thought it was the bell. Warning clap and thought it was the bell.
That saved Nieves right there.
In the third round, the 24-year-old Inoue switched to turbo mode and crushed his foe with huge combinations to the head and body.
He still is.
You see why he's called the monster.
When a guy has just did something you occasionally see Gennady Golovkin do. Saw the target and adjusted the arc of the punch as it was traveling a little bit, lift over the top and get it down to the face. Now there's a perfect uppercut by Inoue.
I don't think to avoid punches and doesn't always use kind of classic technical defense.
Inoue was intent on showing to the American audience that he is not to be taken for
Over his
granted.
front foot when he throws it. Oh,
And it sets up power shots like that, which are discouraging to Nieves, even if it wasn't his plan to do so.
Absolutely.
he's a pick-em type puncher until he gets. I think Inoue has to put Nieves away here in this round or next because it's a lopsided fight.
In the fifth round, successive hooks sent Nieves to the canvas, and it was at this point that he realized he was paying for his trash talk.
He could end this fight, Jen. Here, Inoue has him ready to go to the body. Yup, there it is.
First time down as a pro for Nieves, first time in the ring with a fighter like now.
The American returned to his feet and managed to survive a minute of stinging body shots.
And there's another one. Nieves lands a right hand, but not with enough authority to change anything. Another left hook to the body. To what Max Kellerman and Andre Ward say. Another left hook to the body. Another left hook to the body. Inoue trying to finish the fight with less than any other weapon.
He's about to win by stoppage, but he's only throwing one.
The one-sided domination continued in the sixth round as Inoue, displaying an aura of invisibility, walked down Nieves.
Right hand right there, and it'll be wide open.
That's what he did. He threw the right to the body, and Nieves looked at him like, wait a minute, you're allowed to
There's
do
another
that
left
too?
hook to the body. Listen to the sound when those left-hand body shots land. That is a thud.
Glued to his side right there,
and took his chance to mock his enemy for his trash talk.
and then come back to it.
And with the chance to put on a show now in the ring. Come to me. Come to me. I'm ready for the knockout right now.
The referee has to keep a close look on Nieves. In a minute, he may have to save him from only going to get worse as this fight progresses. Big
One right hand to the body.
from Inoue
What
right
a vicious shot.
After the ringing of the bell, Nieves' corner didn't want to go to jail for malpractice, so they rightfully decided their fighter had taken enough punishment. The conclusive damage to the head and body of Nieves could cost him long-term damage, so saving him some years of fighting was the smart decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dr. Lou Moret.
In the end, Nieves realized that Inoue deserved his reputation as the monster, and learned a lesson on how not to overlook fighters from other nations.
Right now. The referee has to keep a close look on Nieves. In a minute, he may have to save him from himself.
Being from Japan, many Western fighters make fun of Inoue for not being from one of the popular boxing nations. Well, in 2018, this British fighter in particular tried to ridicule the Japanese fighter's name, acting as if the monster's 5-letter name was too difficult to pronounce.
I can't pronounce his first name, I just call him Inoue, yeah.
Well, in just a few minutes, he will know more about the Japanese than he had hoped for. At the onset, the 6-foot Brit was wary of the monster, and he tried to keep it long with jabs. But it didn't take long for Naoya to find pockets through the range of McDonnell and introduce himself. Once the monster started connecting cleanly, the British immediately realized what he was facing. What followed was the fury in Inoue in full display. If he couldn't pronounce the Japanese fighter's name, he was now familiar with the monster he was facing in the ring. After a barrage of brutal shots against the ropes, the second knockdown was the end of the fighters getting to know each other, and McDonnell could write chapter about the monster he faced that night.
Jamie McDonnell has been blown away by Naoya Inoue. He's been slain by the monster, and that was the referee has jumped in away. In a third separate weight division now, but we must talk.
Looking to retain his WBO junior bantamweight title, for his next fight, Inoue faced Yoan Boyo, who vowed to stay away from the bludgeoning hooks, and yet that was too hard of a task. Opening up with the patented left hook. Every punch landing sounded and weighed like cement bags. A fierce exchange happened, and in the exit, Yoan was touched by Inoue's holy left hand, and he fell stiff like he had been struck by lightning. Yoan was saved by the bell from complete evisceration by Inoue. In the third round, Inoue put pressure to the gas, upping the tempo. A big left hook to the body got the adulation of the fans. The next one would find the button, shredding Yoan's liver to pieces and forcing him to take a knee. Surging the following onslaught would be impossible, as Yoan folded faster than snowman on a sunny day in the Middle East. Well, that's it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed that violence, because I did. Drop a comment below to tell us which moment was your favorite. This was Fighting Is Art. Have a good night, and goodbye.